want to know the value of a man, don't look at his house, don't look at his car, look at his wife. And anybody who looks at my wife will think I'm a billionaire because of the richness of her personality, the wealth of her character, and the span of her beauty. I look at my children to know that all of them are thriving and doing well, are acutely in tune with their intellect and in their beauty. I am absolutely rich.
Wow, welcome back. All hour long, we are talking with members of the Tam fam who dedicated their lives to using their voices to inspire and motivate others. We're here still with Pastors Jamal and Karri Bryant. And that was a clip from Jamal's super popular and very, very coveted podcast.
It is now.
It is now. People love the words. They love the honesty.
Thank you.
When I asked you to come on the show, the dress moment had not happened yet.
No.
Yes.
I got off the plane from Florida, and I felt like, I actually said to myself, what in the world, what is God using my show for to talk about this dress moment?
Yeah.
So for those who don't know, you attended a beautiful event that I've attended before, the Mayor's Mask Ball.
Yes.
It's a fundraiser, a gala for HBCUs, and you wore a black lace flesh tone dress. This is the dress. The internet has not a week later stopped talking about this dress.
Yeah.
So let me start, I want to unpack it from the beginning. Who picked out the dress?
Oh, she picked
You
it out.
picked out the dress.
Yes.
Because your words have since gone viral about the dress as well.
Yes.
So you pick out the dress.
Yeah.
What was it about the dress? Because it's a statement. And you know you are a pastor and a first lady.
Sure.
When you saw that dress, you said yes to the dress.
Yes.
What was it about the dress?
I loved the design of the dress. I loved the creativity of the dress. For me personally, I thought that the dress was fully covered. It's interesting in
It
talking.
is fully covered.
Yeah, I felt like it was.
the underlay,
Yes.
it's a sheer
Yeah,
lay.
I felt like it was fully covered. I showed it to my husband.
Were
He
you
loved
in
it.
the dress when he saw it first, or was
No.
it hanging? The dress on the hanger is one thing. You put the dress on, it's another thing. It brings on a new life.
Sure.
She walks out of the room in the dress.
Yes.
Before the event, was the first time you saw her in the dress?
Yes.
What'd you think?
Why do we need to leave? I thought she was drop dead gorgeous, but it doesn't matter what my wife has on. It's always going to be top tier. She is just amazing in everything that she puts on. And I thought it was complimentary and alluring, and I thought it was magisterial in every way. I didn't think it was controversial. I thought it was great.
Did you have even a sliver of doubt before you walked out to go to the event about the dress and that it might create a stir?
No, I actually thought that the dress was too dark because I typically don't like to wear black. And so my only thinking was, oh, maybe it's too dark. When we were having me be fit for it, the seamstress will tell you the thing that I was most concerned about was making sure that I was covered at the top. And so the only thing really that you could see is my shoulders because I had on gloves. This was sheer, and then of course everything else before. So there honestly was nothing in my spirit, and I'm very mindful about what I put on. There was nothing in me that checked me, that alarmed me, that alerted me, that made me feel like anything was wrong. The dress I felt was very appropriate for the occasion. We were not at a church event. We were at a black tie gala, for which we've gone to every year. We've been a partner with UNCF in Atlanta. And so we were excited to dress up and to go. So there was nothing in me that made me say, I've been reading things where people have said, oh, you know, she knew it would get this reaction. My ego is not that big.
Wow.
I don't dress for people. I dress for myself and for my husband. I am a wife. I'm a wife, I'm a daughter, I have a doctorate, I'm a professor. There are plenty of things that I do. And the challenge is we often want to see a woman be one-dimensional. I am multi-dimensional. I carry multiple titles. Now, what you choose to call me on whatever day is fine for whatever that might be. But I think that there is this idea that a woman can only be one thing. And once I happened to marry a pastor pastor. I happen to fall in love with a man who is a pastor, right? And so with that came the title of First Lady, but there is no book for that. There is no manual for what that looks like. And I have decided that the title does not define me. I define what the title is. It may not look like what people are accustomed to seeing it look like, and that's okay. It's okay that many people were not fond of the dress. I'm not upset that people don't like it. We all like different things. The challenge for me is, as believers, when we see someone have on something or do something that we are not fond of, how do we navigate that space when God is watching? So do we crucify them? Do we publicly humiliate them? Do they become prostitutes and all of these other things? Right,
and I think
because of
that's
that.
so to that point, you responded on the pulpit because it had turned into this viral media thing. From the mainstream medias like People Magazine to people on TikTok, they were saying things all the way down, and you responded. Let me play it.
Now, they didn't say anything about the $4 million that was raised for the United Negro College Fund, but insecure, jealous, petty, small-minded people got in their feelings and set up a false barometer of holiness based off of a dress. The dress was not see-through. The dress was flesh color. I need to set the record straight. I bought the dress. And I like it. I don't care whether you like it or not. She ain't mad to y'all. She mad to me.
You were clearly upset.
Yes.
You took it to the church. You took it to, if you played for the Knicks, you took it to Madison Square Garden.
Yes.
Why did you go to the pulpit?
Because it became in public space. The theologian said that you ought to have a Bible in one hand and a newspaper in another. And so I thought it was prudent for me to address it. But what people are missing is that was 2 minutes of a 40-minute sermon. And that it was not the full crux of what the message was, but talked about the disparity and the sanctified misogyny that happens within the church, of setting up a standard of holiness just on how women dress, but no standard about how men ought to dress. And I put in that I like it, that this is not a uncovered woman.
No.
It's not an unprotected woman. This is a woman whose husband likes it, so why do you care?
Right.
And so I think that people have got to get through their own insecurity and their own frailty, that what people presume to be out of place and out of order in their own eyes, you don't have to always type.
Right.
You can just keep scrolling and keep going and say, I don't like the dress.
More with Pastor Jamal and Karri Bryant. This show makes me feel like the luckiest kid in the world. Join in on the fun. Sign up for our newsletter and subscribe to the Tamron Hall YouTube channel.